Hello everybody, it's Mindy and welcome to a Whip and Chat. Today is a Whip and Chat. It's a very late Whip and Chat, I understand. But there's reasons why. Why is it so late? Okay, let me grab a color real quick. Let's work on some brown. It looks like we're going to start working on our gazebo. Yeah, we got part of the gazebo down here, but now we're getting the upper rails and we're going to get to the roof here. Finally gonna raise the roof. Oh, yeah. It's a gorgeous day here. It is Wednesday, actually. I'm recording this on the day that I need to put it out there. So that's why it's late. It's probably going to be pretty short. I have an appointment here shortly. I'm trying to record before I go. So I'm not going to be able to edit and upload till I get back from my appointment. So, life, it happens. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't get to do things as planned. This week has been one of those. Okay. So, let's say it is October. It is a beautiful day today. It is gorgeous outside. Sun is shining. It's going to be a crisp 60 something today. I know some of you are like, 60? That's cold. No, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can put on a light jacket, a little hoodie, and it's perfect. And there's like hardly any wind. The sun is shining brightly. It's gorgeous. It really is gorgeous. So anyhow, let me say a couple things. I'm working on my Chuck Pinson, of course, which I hope to get finished. I really, really hope to get this finished this month. I have not been diamond painting very much. I've been doing a lot of other things. So I don't know. It's early yet in the month, so I'm hopeful. I just need to spend some time. I was sitting and watching TV for a couple nights with my husband. Oh, something we haven't done in a while. Sit and watch TV. And it was not just one night, it was 2 nights because we were way behind on our shows and we were trying to get caught up. So we had a lot of TV viewing. I believe we still have 2 Chicago PDs to watch. So that will be another night's worth of watching TV. And then I think the new shows are coming. Are they coming every week now? I think. I don't know for sure. Anyhow, yeah, sometimes, you do things with your husband and I sit and crochet. So I'm still getting something done. I'm crocheting, but I can't diamond paint. Yeah. Okay. Anyhow, speaking of husbands, reason I did not record yesterday, well, he got up and he went and did a few things with his friend. So he was only gone, I don't know, an hour and a half. I did record a yarn video because, I like to record those when he's not here at all because I make a huge mess and there's all my yarny secrets all over the living room. So I try to record those when he's not here. And it worked. I was successful. Then when he got back, I had gotten everything cleaned up from recording my yarn video. And then I worked on, what else did I work on? Oh, I worked on memberships, you guys. I am way behind on doing my membership giveaway, but that's because I have needed to go through and I've needed to add people and drop people and, all of those things that I do before I do my giveaways. And that takes some time. The thing I still have to do is I still have to fix the membership scroll, like add and subtract. I haven't done that yet. So hopefully I'll be able to do that one day this week. I'm going to have some time on my hands. I'm going to have some quiet time, some just a house empty kind of time because Dale is going to be off doing some work. A friend of his that lives in Tennessee, his mother lives here. They had their garage get damaged in a storm. and needed some repair, and it also needs a new roof. It needs re-roofing, the shingles and all that. So his friend has asked Dale if he knows anything about roofing, and Dale was like, yeah. He used to roof as like a side job. He's done a few houses for people and friends of friends, things like that. So he knows how to roof. And his friend's going to be here on Thursday, and they're going to be working on this roof. It's a garage, so it's not huge, but it's going to take a little bit of time because it's just the two of them, doing it. And his friend doesn't have a clue, so it's going to be Dale kind of doing most of it and telling him what he can do to help, and etc. So Dale's going today to the laboratory. He has to go to the lab to work on coloring for his new tooth. It's been since the beginning of January, since this whole tooth thing started. And he has been without one of his, not the front tooth, but the one next to the front tooth. He's been without a tooth since, sometime in January when they pulled that tooth. Yeah, it has been quite the ordeal getting the implant. So now he has been, they've done impressions, they're getting ready to make the tooth, and he has to go over to the lab to have them pick a color, because it's a tooth that's going to show. It's a front tooth. So they want to make sure they get the color right before they make the tooth. Our dentist, it's interesting. The specialist pulls the tooth. The specialist does all of the stuff for the post for the implant. But when it comes to the tooth itself, then you're shot back to your dentist, and your dentist does the tooth. Okay, your dentist makes the tooth or gets the tooth made and puts the tooth on, all that kind of stuff. So our dentist, sorry, something in my throat. Our dentist is telling Dale, he's like, I'm kind of excited to do this, he said. I've never done a tooth for an implant because, they screw in onto a post in your mouth, and he has never done it before. So he's actually excited to do it, and I think he's taken extra care and extra caution to make sure that it all turns out well, because this is his first time, and he's excited to do it. So anyhow, he went on Monday, Tuesday, one of those days, to get impressions made for the tooth. And they had to do it twice because he got a bubble in it. And so he's like, I'm sorry, but I want this to be perfect. So we need to do it again. So that's the impression where you have to bite down on, oh, come on, I got to drill, it won't come out. You have to bite down on this gooey stuff, and it gets hard. And when I got my crown, I didn't have to do that. They don't do that for the crowns anymore because they use a wand and they scan, and it's pretty cool. So anyhow, that's what Dale's up to right now. Then this afternoon at some point, his friend is having a big dumpster, the great big, whatever they're called, the great big huge dumpsters, delivered over to the house so that they can start taking off the roofing, the shingles, all that stuff to get ready to put on the new roofing. So Dale's going to go over there, and I think he's going to see if he can get started with some of it, like tearing some of the stuff off. And hopefully his friend will be here, I don't know, fairly early tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows with him? He's an interesting kind of worker. Like, he paints houses now. He retired. He retired from Saturn. And after he retired, he started painting houses. So he's a really good painter. He paints interiors, not exterior, interiors. He's helped us when we moved in here. He helped us paint. We painted everything in our house before we moved in. So he's got some jobs he's got to finish, and then he can head up. At first, he was telling Dale he wasn't coming up till Friday, but then he was going to try to get it all done over the weekend, and Dale was kind of like, well, that'll be cutting it tight. I don't know if I'll be able to finish. So now he's trying to get up here on Thursday, hopefully early Thursday. So anyhow, Dale plans on going over there and just starting the tear off as long as that dumpster is there. So he's planning on doing that after he goes to the lab. And I don't think he's coming back home after the lab, because I did see that he took like his crappy work clothes with him. So I think he's going straight there. So who knows when I'll see him, right? Who knows? So yesterday, this is why my whip and chat is as late as it is. Yesterday, he asked me if I wanted to go for a little ride with him. A little ride. Okay. Uh-huh. A few years ago, I thought it was just a couple years ago, but apparently it was way back in 2020. I think he said just before the pandemic started. I don't know. But he bought a trailer, a nice aluminum trailer, just to haul things, right? Like he can put his lawnmower on it. You know, we've used it. We moved it. We moved Josh's stuff in it. Stuff like that. So as he's been using this trailer more and more, it really sat for a couple years and he didn't do much with it at all. Lately, he's been using it quite a bit. And he has been seeing trailers on the sides of the highway with flat tires, and it's kind of freaked him out. He does not have a spare tire. So he started looking back at the place that he bought the trailer, and they had a trailer there, and he saw the tire that he needed, and he messaged the people and said, hey, do you have a tire just like this? Sent them a picture of his and all that. And she was like, yeah, we have one. And he's like, okay, I'll be up to get it. Now, the place where we got the trailer is a good hour and a half away. It's a good drive, an hour and a half. I kept asking Dale, I'm like, and how did you end up getting a trailer that far away? Price. It was literally the price of the trailer. These people sell a ton of trailers. They get a great price on them. It was cheap. I mean, the best price around. So that's how we ended up going all the way up there to get a trailer. So when he goes to get the spare tire, of course, where are we going? We're going all the way back up there. So he asked me if I wanted to ride along, and he told me how long the ride was, etc., etc. And I was like, sure, it'd be a little day trip for us. Not that it was too exciting. I sat in the truck, I crocheted, got out, talked to these people when we got to the trailer place, went to the gas station a few times to go to the bathrooms, and all that kind of stuff. It was highly exciting, right? But it was a nice day. Okay, it really was a nice day. It was a beautiful drive. And, I was just hanging with my husband, just hanging out, and he really wanted me to go because think about it, an hour and a half drive up and an hour and a half drive back. I mean, that's a long drive to just be, alone. Now, I've done it. I did it this last weekend when I went shop hopping. But, when he kind of asks, and the way he asks, I'm like, he wants me to go. Okay, I'll go. Okay, I'll hang out. I'll crochet and we'll chit chat and, we'll make a day of it. Well, afternoon anyhow. So I got back just in time, really just in time to do my book live last night. And then it was time to make dinner and yada, yada, yada. That's how the evening went. And I was not able to record my whip and chat yesterday. So, yeah, here's the interesting part about the whole, spare tire situation. So we get there, and it's a husband and wife own the business, and she's, we're communicating through my phone through Facebook Messenger. That's how we're communicating, not a phone call or anything, but through Facebook. Okay. So we get there. I'm like, you still have the tire, right? We're on our way. And she's like, yep, I have it. I'm like, okay, don't sell it. We're on our way. Okay, I won't sell it. Okay. So we get there, and she's like, all right, okay, cool. She goes, here's the tire. It's right here. Dale goes and he gets the tire, and he looks at it, and he's looking over the rim, and he's like, this one doesn't look right. And he starts pointing to something on it, and I don't understand the whole thing. Turns out it really wasn't the correct tire. It looked super close to the picture that she had sent him, but it was not correct. So because his trailer is, I guess it's like at least 4 years old, they've changed all the rims and all that, and they didn't have one like that. And they looked at every trailer they had. They looked everywhere, all their tires, everything, and they didn't have one. And she's like, I am so, so sorry. So what he's wanting is, there's the tire, the rim is aluminum, the trailer's aluminum, the rims are aluminum, it's all matchy, all bright, shiny aluminum. They didn't have it. And she's like, I am so sorry. And you guys drove an hour and a half, and I messed up. I looked at the picture, and I thought that was the right tire. I thought that was the correct one. I am sorry. That is my mistake. I feel so bad. And I'm just standing there going, an hour and a half drive, and we don't get a tire. Okay. Then she looks at Dale and she said, so if I give you a steel tire, just steel rim, how about if I just give you a steel one, and I'll just give it to you? And he's like, well, I guess. He said, let me see what you're talking about. And she shows him one, and he goes, and this will fit my trailer. And her and the husband, oh yeah, absolutely. It's just a basic rim. It'll fit. And he's like, okay, well, how much do I have to pay for the tire then, if you're giving me the rim or whatnot? And she goes, nothing. Nothing. Just the whole thing. Just tire, rim, everything. I'm just going to give it to you because I made a mistake. I messed up. You drove an hour and a half to get here. No, I'm just going to give it to you. And he was like, oh, well, okay. Yeah. I mean, it'll work. And I just looked at him. I said, it's a spare, right, honey? It's a spare. It's not going to be on the trailer very long. If you get a flat, right, you would just take that, flat tire and get it fixed on your good rim. And, he's like, yeah, no, it'll work. That's fine. And then, so it's a free tire now. It's a free tire. So an hour and a half drive up and an hour and a half drive back, and he's got himself a free tire and rim. Can't complain about that a whole lot, right? So anyhow, she felt so bad. And it really is super close. I mean, it's super, super close. I mean, like the basic spoke design looks exactly the same, but there's I don't know, it's flatter somewhere. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyhow, we have the tire. He has a spare tire now. He's happy. He didn't pay anything for it. So when we were there and to buy the trailer the first time, we went up to buy it, and they weren't there. They were somewhere else, and it was going to take them a little while to get there. So we went just kind of exploring the area where we were. And what we found out is that we were where they had a dam break. Okay. There was a big dam break at Sanford Lake, and it was huge. Flooded everywhere when the dam broke, because the dam created Sanford Lake. Okay. So all these nice cottages and houses and stuff were built around the lake. And there was a guy there yesterday. He was a salesman, but he had a cabin in the area. And we all just kind of started talking about it. I simply asked the question. I said, so are they ever going to dam the river back up? And they were like, oh, yeah, they're absolutely going to. They had some people, they had 800 and some or 1,000 residents that were objecting to it, to refilling the lake by, putting the dam, fixing the dam again. And we were like, what? Why did they object? Why didn't they want the lake back? It's supposed to be lakefront property, right? Well, taxes. I was like, oh, geez, really? Okay, you bought property on a lake. You know that you're going to have higher taxes. And he goes, yeah, and our taxes haven't gone up in years and years on the properties. And just because the taxes were going to go up some, they were saying, no, we don't want to refill the lake. Well, those people have slowly changed their minds, most of them. I guess it's down to like 100 and some people that are still objecting, but they're going to lose. So they will be re-damming the river and letting the lake fill back up again. So just listening to these people talk that live there was very interesting. The one guy who owns a cottage there, his family owns property. He said he was on top of the dam when it broke. And I'm like, what? Okay, so the whole dam didn't, crash and burn. It just ruptured and great big holes through the dam itself. And he was on it when that happened. And I'm like, that would have been scary. He goes, well, it was a little, but, the dam really wasn't going anywhere, like the whole structure, but he did get off it. Apparently, the whole lake just emptied in the matter of 45 minutes. And so all of that water, of course, went downstream and just flooded everywhere. Now, that was about 4 years ago. They have been working and cleaning and repairing. We didn't have time to go look around again. We did when we were up there like 4 years ago. We looked around. We took a walk even, and we saw all of the debris and devastation and that empty lake. And it was very, very strange. But good news is they're going to, fix that dam and refill the lake, and life goes on. All the homeowners have been doing a lot to clean up and keep their places nice, keep weeds down, because the weeds and trees and stuff just started growing up in the lake and things like that. So they got a lot of work to do to make it a nice, beautiful lakefront area again. But yeah, they were just like, it's just amazing. It's amazing how the power of water is so strong and devastating. It just devastates. And the power of it is just unbelievable, And as I'm saying that, we're sitting here and there's another hurricane coming to Florida today, tonight, tomorrow, soon, And so all the news reports are, the people in evacuation zones getting out, traffic backups, trying to get out, people trying to get gas to get out, all that stuff. The people who are evacuating. Now, there are those people who are not evacuating, and they're just going to sit there and they're going to ride the storm out. I wish them all the best. I hope that works for them. I hope no lives are lost, So, yeah, we'll see how it goes, right? We shall see. I find it interesting that, when Helene came through, just like last week or so or whatever, the damage, the destruction, and all of that wasn't even near the coast. You think of hurricane damages being, at the coasts, but these were inland quite a ways just because of the amount of water and the amount of rain. Um, I mean, I've never been in a hurricane. I don't live in a hurricane area, and I never would. But I guess it's just strange to me that places inland in North Carolina and, Tennessee and stuff like that were the places that were flooding so badly and lives were lost. But good luck to all who stay there. I hope you're safe and I hope you survive and have very little damage, all of that stuff. But me, I would be like, I am out of here. I am out. Peace out. Goodbye. I was talking with Brandy. As you guys know, Brandy from Mystery of Diamonds lives in Florida. She's in the Panhandle, which apparently is not where this hurricane is supposed to land. And I'm like, never, ever in a million years would I ever want to live in Florida. There is too much bad stuff in Florida. And it's interesting. We were talking with these people yesterday, and the one guy was like, yeah, I'd never lived there. He said, they got too many animals down there that aren't supposed to be there. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And they were talking about, the alligators have always lived there. But now they have snakes. Like, people have released snakes and they have a huge snake problem. Snakes are multiplying rapidly. Snakes have multiple babies at a time. So I think it's pythons or boas, one of the two, maybe both. I don't know. They're having a huge snake problem, trying to eradicate the snakes. And they're just like, we probably won't ever get rid of them at this point because of the rate that they reproduce. They'll never get rid of them there. Iguanas that would just fall on your head out of the trees and stuff. They actually they hire people. The government hires people to go and hunt the iguanas, and you get X amount of dollars per iguana. Isn't that crazy? Because it's such a huge problem. Not to mention, we've got bugs and spiders and just no. I like Michigan. We have nothing here that will kill us. Okay? We don't have things here that kill us. We don't have a lot of poisonous things. We don't have alligators. We don't have... I'll stay here. I will stay here. And, I always have to tell Brandy, she's always like, but you get blizzards. And I'm like, no, we don't. We haven't had a blizzard, something actually considered to be a blizzard, in so many years. Okay, these drills right here are all stuck together. And I'm going to have to go in a minute and go to my hair appointment. But then I'm going to come back and I'll finish my whip and chat. But I'm going to put these in my little pill crusher here because this is my favorite way to break up these drills. So I just got this little pill crusher, and you go like this, and I twist it, and listen. Hear them cracking and popping? Oh yeah. Shake it up, twist it again, crack and pop. I love this. It works so nice. So I got some here on the top that are already broken apart. They get a little staticky when you do this, but I'd rather have that any day over stuck together. Yeah, we don't get blizzards. We haven't had a blizzard since I was a kid, probably. Have we had some good snowstorms? Sure. But as I tell Brandy, over the last several years, our snow isn't even what it used to be. The cold isn't what it used to be. You know, if we have cold, cold, bitter cold temperatures, it might last for several days, maybe a week, where we have really cold temperatures, and then it warms back up to something reasonable, like in the 30s, you know. But winters here, in my opinion, are really not that bad. And they're certainly not like I remember as a kid. They're not that bad. When I started talking about 30s and 40s, because we got down into the 30s last night. I believe it was the high 30s, like 36, 37, something like that. And she's like, no, no, that's cover your plants and stay inside kind of weather. And I'm like, oh, goodness. I said, I'm sure my plants are going to be fine at 37. You know, I bet you I go out there, my zinnias are just fine. Zinnias are pretty hardy. I highly doubt that they're going to have been damaged by the cold that we had last night. But it's just not like that anymore. And, you know, our beautiful waters that everybody, when they see it for the first time, think they look like oceans because they're so big. They're unsalted, which is great. We don't have sharks. We just don't have to worry about those kinds of things. I'll stay right where I'm at. Thank you very much. It kind of makes me mad when I hear people in Michigan like, oh, I got to get out of here in the winter. I hate the winters here. It's cold. And well, why do you live here? Why do you live here then? Just move. Just take your little tail and just move to Florida. You like it hot so much. Go. Get out. You know? Yeah. It's really not that bad here. I like the seasons that change. I like that we have cooler times. I like snow. I like snow. Did you hear me say that? Snow is fun and it's beautiful. That's the nice thing in Michigan. When you get tired of one thing, either heat, cold, snow, whatever it is, don't worry. It's not that long before it's going to change, you know? So anything is manageable, I feel, in Michigan because it never lasts that long. So anyhow, my spiel on weather in Florida, and I really wasn't anticipating that whole conversation, but you know, sometimes I talk about what pops up in my brain, and that was it today. So you can keep your alligators and your iguanas and your sharks and your poisonous this and that and things that want to eat you and kill you. You can have it. And all that heat and humidity, no. Again, do we get heat and humidity here? Yes, we do. Does it last that long? No, it never lasts that long. Everything here is on a temporary basis. A few days of anything, you can survive, all right? Okay, I'll be back after my hair appointment. I got a few more things to say, and we'll chat a little bit more. Alrighty, I am back from my errands. Yes, I am. Today was hair day, so I had to go get my hair colored. Got that done. Then I had to stop at the place that I was going for physical therapy because I had a form to drop off for one of the ladies there. Nothing to do with therapy. That had to do with crafting. So I got those things done, grabbed some lunch, and I'm home. I'm back home to finish this WIP and chat and get it edited and uploaded. Dale is not here, just like I presumed he wouldn't be. He'll probably be gone most of the day over at his friend's mother's house, tearing off the roof off of her shed so that they can re-roof it as soon as they get all the supplies and everything they need, and as soon as the friend gets here from Tennessee. So that's what Dale will be doing for a few days. So I got some time. I got some time on my hands to do my thing and get stuff done. That's what I have. So I'm excited for that, actually. Anyhow, let's talk real quick about some event things. For example, on Saturday, we did the live giveaway with all of the Chuck-along prizes. And I've heard from most people. I'm still waiting to hear from a few people about their prize and claiming their prize. It was fun to do the giveaway and have people actually like in the chat, hearing their name and getting their prize. Or they were people that we know pretty well and we're excited when, we know people and they're there, and it's all exciting when you're giving prizes to people and stuff. So I got a few people to contact me so I can start getting prizes shipped out and stuff. I want to work on that this week and hopefully get everything shipped that I have to ship and everybody notified I need to notify. Just to clarify something real quick. I know sometimes people think gift cards. So gift cards got to be easy and quick, right? Well, that's not always the case. Just let me give you one example. So with Diamond Art Club, and we have 4 gift cards, I need to make sure I have all 4 people's information before I contact my contact person. I have to have everybody's information all together, and I do one message. Okay, so sometimes I have to wait a little while to get everybody's info because, not everybody just jumps right on it immediately. So those things can take some time. Okay, they can take some time. And then, of course, if I'm shipping a physical product to you, I have to get your address. I have to package. I have to do shipping. And I just told you my week's been kind of crazy. So just please be patient. Some of these things do take some time. It's not as quick as one might think sometimes. So please just, be patient and you will definitely get your stuff and everybody will be happy. Just, if it's next week sometime, it's next week sometime. I mean, I'm not going to drag it out too long, hopefully, unless, some major thing pops up, but I try to get to it as quickly and promptly as I physically possibly can. Okay. So that's about it for, I'm running out of these drills and I still have more that are stuck together. Remember we were unsticking them before I left to go get my hair done? Most of them are unstuck, but I need to put them back in the little pill crusher and unstick some more. And I'm going to need to open the last bag because I'm definitely running out. I have a whole nother bag I need to bust open and get into. So, and I don't have scissors in front of me. That's why I'm hesitating doing that. I don't have scissors ready to cut my bag open. Anyhow, I'll probably dump these back in the container and move on to a different color here in a second. And then I'll get scissors and actually open the bag and, get more drills out. So that's it. That's what I wanted to say about prizes. If you've contacted me, if you haven't contacted me. So please contact me. My email, mtiger02@aol.com. All right. If you're getting a physical product, I need your physical address. If you're getting a digital product, I need your email. It's that simple. Okay. So, I'm not going to hunt people down. Okay. Because, I don't have time to hunt people down. Make sure that you contact me if you're a prize winner. Please. And thank you very much. So in the live, I think it was in the live. Yeah, it was in the live. We were talking about November. And I still want to do November. I said I was going to do it with or without a partner. Okay. So somebody asked, well, why doesn't Maritza do November with you? You guys like to do events together. You do a nice job. And I said, I don't know. Ask Maritza. She's here. Maritza, why don't you do November with me? And she's like, I don't know. I could. And I said, do you have an event in November? And she goes, no, I'm not doing anything in November. And I'm like, well, she goes, I don't think I have any gnomes though. And I'm like, well, you don't have to really work on a gnome. You can just host the event with me. The people who are participating need to be making gnomes, but I guess you don't have to. She goes, wait, could I crochet a gnome? And I'm like, absolutely. For you, you can crochet gnomes. Yes, you can. She's like, okay, I'm in. So anyhow, Maritza is going to host November with me. We have to really talk a little bit more about it, about, like some prizes and rules and stuff like that. I believe somebody else asked if they could crochet a gnome. So I have an idea how I want to kind of run this whole event this time. I'll run it by Maritza, like, not like she's going to care. She'll just be like, you can do whatever you want. You just ask me to host with you. So I'll get with her and we'll solidify our rules, our prize schedule, those kinds of things. And I'll let you know pretty soon all about Gnome-vember. Okay? What you need to do, what the rules are, all that fun stuff. I love Gnome-vember. I love gnome stuff. I know what I want to do. I'll tell you about that when I announce all of the rules and all that kind of stuff. I've normally worked on a larger, not huge, but a larger diamond painting with gnomes. I got some ideas for this one. And if they're going to work for me, I'll let them work for you too. So I just need to chit chat with her a little bit, and then I'll clarify it all for you. So anyhow, I think that's all I have to talk about today. I believe. Yeah, I can't linger on this any longer. I gotta just edit and upload and get a video out there for you, right? So let me get to my computer, let me get to my business, and let's get this rolling for you. And now I'm here, I'm pecking, hunting and pecking to find single drills that I can put down here. It's getting to the point where I'm like, okay, this isn't fun now. This isn't fun. I need more drills. So it seems like a fine place to take a pause. Take a pause. Oh, I will say this. This came up on Saturday night as well, that Maritza is my guest for the crochet along this Saturday. Maritza and I are working on a project, and I believe I already posted what the project is, where the pattern came from. So we're doing something kind of cool. We're going to make this little, it's like a little snowman ornament stuffed ball kind of thing. They're really cute. They're super cute. And you can decorate them with different colors, whatever you want. It gets a scarf and a hat or whatever. So we're going to do something interesting. I'm going to make mine with just worsted weight yarn that I have around my house. It might be worsted. It might be even a finer yarn. I don't know yet. I have to look through. I've got all these new yarns lately. I'm going to look through and see what I have, what colors I have and everything, and what yarn I want to use. But mine's going to be a smaller yarn. Maritza is going to use her chunky yarn. And it's going to be an episode in showing you, like, what is the difference? Same pattern, using different yarn, different hook, and how they turn out differently. How much bigger will the one with the big chunky yarn be than the one that I'm going to make with the smaller yarn? It's going to be an interesting kind of like little experiment type thing. But if you're going to do it with us, you choose whatever yarn you want to use and whatever hook size is appropriate for your yarn. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever you'd like. Yours will turn out the way that it turns out. Okay? But we thought that would be kind of cool to show the differences just based on a different yarn and different hook, how they're going to turn out differently. So, and we're going to have a good time, because you know how things are when Maritza and I are together. You know how things are. Okay? Yep. It'll be a good time. All right. So even if you don't crochet, you might want to watch that video, because It will be entertaining. It will always be entertaining with us. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have fun. All right. That's it, folks. I'm tired of fighting with those drills. I need to open another bag. Good place to stop. Excellent place to stop. But you see, I'm getting the gazebo. There's the gazebo. And there's the roof. It's all coming together here. I just got to plug away, plug away, plug away. I'll get it done. Don't worry. I'll get it done. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Have a great day. Have a good week. And I'll see you either Friday or Saturday in one of my lives, hopefully. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.